What's going on, guys, and welcome to another video with Hoodstig. And today is the reveal of the new JDM car, and it's in this garage. But let me open this up. I ain't gonna waste any time. You're probably thinking, how the hell has all this happened? Before we even show the car, let's just go back to how we even got the car in the first place. 2 years ago, we were looking for another JDM car, and we had the Subaru Impreza. I wasn't really getting somewhere with it. Like, you know, I'm a big fan of Subarus, but we were just looking for another JDM car to add to the collection. And then this car popped up. It was like one of a kind. I had to just take this chance and do not miss this opportunity. So obviously I spoke to the guy. He said that, oh yeah, he really likes the Subaru Impreza, and then really liked the Toyota Soarer. So then the deal was done. You know, we're gonna just do not hesitate. We're gonna drive straight up to Leeds, all the way from Birmingham, over 2.5 hour trek. Drove there quick, through the motorway, through the country lanes, got to Leeds, parked up, and then this is it now. The Soarer was already parked outside, and then, you know, the first sight when we seen the Toyota Soarer, I was already like, wow, that is such a nice car. It looked so clean. There was not even any sort of rust. The Soarer owner, you know, he's seen the Subaru Impreza and he was like, yeah, it's nice, because he wanted to have a like a side track car, shall I say, and that was his plans. And he didn't want to track the Soarer because it was just such a mint clean car. It just wasn't really like a track car. It was more made for drag strip racing. The Soarer does have a problem. The car hasn't been mapped, so it just wasn't safe to be driven all the way back to Birmingham, and I didn't want to take that risk. That was it. So the following day, the Soarer got dropped off. There wasn't really a place for us to store the car. We never had the HQ 2 years ago, and we just had a garage. This is where we are. So now I'm going to jump back to the garage. Boy! Oh jeez. Okay, this is it. The Toyota Soarer. That hasn't been started up or anything. You can see all the dust on it. There's even the spider on it. We're not going to waste any more time. We're going to see if we can start this car up, get all these things out, get the car out. I don't know if it starts up, to be honest. For such a long time, and I had nowhere to put it, so this is the only place where it had to be, like a garage. You know, kept it. Just literally, I didn't want to think about it because I knew that if I thought about it, I'm going to end up wanting to drive it. So I just wanted to stash it somewhere. So the last time this car's been on the road legally was 2014. So that's 6-7 years. So 7 years this Toyota Soarer hasn't been on the road. But this car was supposed to be a normal car, but the previous owner built it as a drag Soarer, like a American inspired. It's actually a lady owner that owned it, hence the moody blue. But anyway, you know what? We'll talk about it when we get the car out, but whilst I'm talking about it, we can get to it. So this is the key that they gave. I've got a few car parts in there from before. So I'm just going to get all this out and then see if the car starts. It's automatic, but we can't open the bonnet. So I've got a battery charger to start it, to charge up the battery. But I did remember buying a new battery for this car. So let's get all this out. Okay. I don't know how we're going to get this car out without getting to the battery. So open the bonnet. Maybe I can slip in the battery charger through there. Booster pack, the portable one, and there comes a light. So I'm actually going to do the idea. I can't lift this whole thing up. There's just too much mess. But I'm going to try. Oh jeez. Going to try and get under here and open the bonnet from that gap between there and stick this on the battery. This car has been abandoned. Okay, right, we've got the bonnet up now. Where's the battery? While I go on the other side and let's connect it. I know you guys are probably thinking, like, what the hell has gone on here? I'm thinking the same thing, but I was in a rush to dropping this car off in the air, to be honest. Literally inside the car. Okay, right. Ouch. Blood, sweat and tears, right? 1, 2, 3. Boom. It's a miracle for this car to start, to be honest, right now. Gosh, I think it's gonna work. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Whoa, yes! Woo! Oh, she's purring. She's purring. The lights here. Hopefully it even drives. Take first. Ooh, that's a drop. Good job. Yeah. Is that a turbo? Is that a 1JZ? Smoking. Wow. There are a few problems with this car I'd like to mention. There's actually an engine oil leak. The gasket is leaking, you can see right there. So it needs a gasket change, hence why it's oiling engine oil. So this car shouldn't be driven properly yet. There's still a lot of work for this car. The ECU needs to be installed. It's running on a, it's not even tuned, this car yet, but we're going to get it tuned, but we'll talk about it on the next video. I'm just so glad we got this car out finally. Okay, so I want to talk more about the specs of the car. So as you can see, it's not standard, it's not stock. Watch the car's cartoon, it reminds me of the Donico Blue. So this was a 1992 Toyota Soarer. It was like made in Japan, and then it got imported from Japan in 2005. It was showing 120 km, so in miles it's 74,000, and that is like extremely low. There was a story behind this car. They brought it as a stock car, the previous owner. 7 years ago, they took it to a drag strip up Yorkshire, and then ever since they took it on the strip, they just fell in love with it, and they joined an SCC race team. They just started carrying out basic modifications. So the car is stripped out. It's got 2 racing seats. I believe the racing seats are from an Evo 5, should I say, or Evo 4, Evo 5 Vacaros. It's got a 4-point racing harness, and you know, that's some really good piece of kit. Comfortable seats. The car's been fitted with a limited slip differential from the Mark IV Supras, which can come in handy because if it was an open diff, the traction would be a bit more tricky and you can't really put the full power down. The car came with the Mark IV OEM Toyota Supra alloy wheels, which is again like, them alone they cost quite a bit. The car in itself, like, there's a reason as to why the car looks so clean, because the previous owner, they had the whole car put back to bare metal, and they had a professional spray painter, and there's no scratches, no dents, there's no blemish. The paintwork was just immaculate. And the previous owner was saying that they spent over £3,000 just on the paintwork. And it's believable. Like, it's one of the best paintworks I've seen. It looks like it's come straight from the dealership. But moving forward, the mods, it's got a custom made stainless steel exhaust from Cybrand. No cats, no nothing. It's a completely straight stainless steel exhaust, and it looks pretty good. It is a good piece of kit. Been installed with a performance high flow fuel pump. Obviously, when you increase the car's power and you get a single turbo, you have to increase the fuel pump. Normally a stock Soarer came with the twin turbos, but this has been fitted with a Garrett GT45 or ball bearing turbo. It's only done 100 miles, that turbo alone, so it's like a fresh turbo. The car, it still needs mapping. They did mention an ECU that I could buy to be installed on a Soarer, but I'll leave that for another video. That alone, like the tuning process that we're gonna do to this car, it's gonna be in the next video. So the drag strip, I've actually got the name now. The drag strip was York Raceway, and that's where the car was drag racing. Like I said, it was only used for drag racing at the York Raceway. It was never put on the road. It never had an MOT since 2014. But it was only used for the drag strip, nothing else. But apart from that, our plans with the car is to put it back onto the road. The Toyota Soarer did have a drag strip time. The best time the car ran was 12.8 seconds and a quarter mile at a trap time of 107 miles per hour. So I think that is pretty darn good, because when we had the Skyline, the best time that we've got with the 700 brake horsepower was 11.7 seconds. Like, that's like the quickest that we got. I know that was my first time, and we could get that down closer to hopefully break the 10s. But the Soarer doing 12.8 seconds as it is before it's been mapped, especially with the single turbo, I'm guessing this Soarer could get close to low 12s to 11s. We don't know how much power it's capable to push, but I'm guessing it's in the region of around 400 plus brake horsepower. We have got plans for this Soarer. At the moment, we're just going to leave it automatic and just to drive the car as it is and just do a few mods here and there. The plans is to get the R154 Super manual gearbox, and with that, the car can be tuned up to a good, reasonable power. Hopefully, we can get this car under 10 seconds, but that is the plan. But anyway, moving forward, that's it. There's nothing more that I can say. A really big project for the channel, shall I say. I know some of the cars that we've had in the channel, BMW E36, that's actually been sold. There's a few other cars that we've had to sell. I will do a separate video of some of the cars that we bought and sold in the year, and to see if it was worth buying them and selling them. We'll definitely do a video about that. But the car the car like this, the Soarer, so we're gonna keep it, we're gonna modify it, and it's one of the dream cars. So it's one of those like cars that I've always wanted. So it's definitely a collection car, a car that we're gonna keep. So anybody that's got Soarers out there, just drop a comment and just let me know what you guys think and what we should do with the Soarer and experience the JZ life, because I've been waiting a long time for this. So again, thank you everybody for watching. I really appreciate all the support that's been going on with the channel. And I hope you guys and your family are all safe. May the Almighty bless each and every one of you. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.